Alright. I haven't looked at the YouTube numbers in a while. But there's a lot of dudes asking the same questions that we've answered over and over. So there's got to be a bunch of new viewers. I got to look and see what's there. Dudes keep asking what it is we cook. We use a coconut cooking oil just because it's healthier for you than, you know, Pam spray for a non-stick. We use a basmati rice. It comes in a bag now, and you just boil the bag or microwave it and then let it cool down a little bit, rip the bag open, throw it in here. We just use a rice. I use, what is this, half a cup? Half cup of rice, and then I use 1 full cup of egg whites, and we scramble those together. We use the egg whites because they're super clean, no fat in them, and you can add in a whole egg or 2 if you want to. I'm supposed to be, we just kind of cut that out. I'm supposed to be eating actually twice as much as this at one sitting, and it was just fucking me up eating that much food. I couldn't fucking do it. It would shut me down. I wouldn't be able to eat the rest of the day and with our gym time in and stuff. So half a cup of basmati rice, full cup of egg whites. The basmati rice is just simple, digestible carbs to, you know, kick you off in the morning. I saw guys saying that they'd done that for 6 months.
Brief intermission.
We're just a hair under 17,000 subscribed viewers. That's fucking pretty good. Last time I remember seeing, I think it was like 14,000 last I looked. Dude said that, man, I've done that, the egg whites now for about 6 months, and I just can't do it anymore. I'm going to oatmeal in the morning and a protein shake, and that's how we used to do it.
And I still do that early in the morning.
We do oatmeal in the morning, protein shake, and then you can still do the eggs. Just do a smaller amount of eggs. Nothing's gonna beat the whole food though. Like you can eat the protein, and it's just, you know, it's fast digestible. It's gonna pass through you. It's not gonna stay with you. But like Justin says, nothing's gonna beat the actual meal.
Yeah, you have to eat the meals at some point. That's
the protein shakes are to get in extra meals. They're not to replace the meals.
Yeah. If you really get committed to it, it's just like sacrificing for anything else, except diet, nutrition, and stuff like that. You sacrifice some of your what you might want to be your habit or what you want to do. You sacrifice to get where you want to be. It's not necessarily fun, but
we still eat. Like I eat. I guess compared to what a lot of people think is eating like shit, I eat pretty good. And when Justin wrote the diet and stuff, I still eat kind of a lot of normal food. You know, like I'm not supposed to be. I eat steak almost every day. I do eat chicken a couple times a week, but I'm supposed to be eating chicken, you know, 3 meals a day. And I don't do that. I don't eat enough meals. I don't eat frequently enough. I don't eat volume enough, and I still eat a lot of shit I'm not supposed to eat. But
and it's still been better than what you were eating before.
Yeah, for sure. I went 21% down to, what was I at?
17.
17.
Yeah, I mean it's just a matter of.
And that's with no gym, really.
It's like I told you, like
and
when
no
we first started
at all.
this. Yeah, like when you started, I said, you know, you just have to decide, and every person does, how much of an impact do you want what you believe that you want your physiological and performance desires, how much do you want them to impact your life, and how much can they impact your life without causing a negative effect?
Where does Caesar dressing come from?
That's been there for a long time.
It doesn't have anchovy paste in it. I ordered some actual anchovy paste off of Amazon. It's in the shopping cart. I don't know whether it's been ordered or not. I just put the stuff in the cart, and then somebody else.
Later, soon someone comes along, they'll grab it.
No, John must want this.
You actually use it as an actual shopping cart. You put things in it, let them sit for a while, and then by the time when you get to the register, you can decide if you want to put them back off in the aisle right before you get there.
I do, and sometimes they'll go, the price of this has changed, it's gone up. And ever so rarely they'll go, the price of this has changed, it's gone down.
Oh, sweet.
But Amazon, so I've got Windows 8 on my computer now, and it literally, so it used to be like on Windows 7, and there's all kinds of programs, like we could get a program to do this, so that when you go to our website and look at SOE products, when you're browsing any other browser, it'll pop a window up and show you SOE products and remind you that you were looking at these things. Well, that's a data mining program. We can get that program. It's like you know, $50 a month and, you know, $1 per click or whatever it is. We don't use that because with the one that we had looked at, you can't have any profanity on your website. And ours says made in the motherfucking USA, so that precluded us from that. But with Windows 8 now and these new programs, there is shit. Like, I got an email the other day. I just saw it this morning. I don't remember what it was. I got an email from somebody, the alarm camera system. So we're talking about camera surveillance systems in the new building. I got an email yesterday, and all of a sudden that popped up in a sidebar showing me other options for it. I never searched it. I had never fucking checked it out online, didn't have any fucking dealings with it other than an email. They literally are data mining all that shit. More and more and more and more and more. When I was looking at an app on my phone for Amazon, because I use Amazon a lot, I'm looking at the app and I went to install the app. And then there's all these reviews and people are giving it like 1-star and 2-star reviews. So I read the reviews. Under the new agreement, Amazon has access to all of your photos, all of your friends' photos, your emails, your texts, all this different shit. And people are up in arms. You know, a lot of conspiracy theory shit.
Yeah.
But I thought, well, I can just use it through the browser. And usually when you use, like, I don't use a Facebook app because it's like a light version. I go through the browser and use the full Facebook page on the phone all the time. So I figured, well, I'll just use it and not have to install this shit. So I clicked abort install or whatever. It still installed that shit. Like, it's still on the phone even though I stopped it. It's still there. And it's just crazy, man, the technology now and how intermingled and commingled everything is.
It's really a great idea when you're talking about people that carry products. That's one of the first things you learn in sales is when you're working in a sales position and you've got something, you start showing someone something, you ask if they're ready to buy it, and you ask early and you ask often. Otherwise, they'll never commit to buying. If there's someone on the fence and you haven't been like, so are you ready to get this? So is this gonna, are we good here? Like, you know, or so this is the one you like. If you keep reminding them if they want to buy it, they'll buy it. And you can do it in a way that's pretty slick. And all of a sudden, one time they're gonna go, yeah, that's it. And that's exactly what the data mining stuff is. You might have looked at this once or twice, and you're like, I'm not gonna buy that. But if they keep showing it to you,
keep it fresh in your mind.
One time you're gonna go, I think I do want that.
Think about how many times you'll walk out of that room, ask me a question on the way to that other room, and by the time you've made it to the other room, you have forgotten what you're going to the other room for. We do it all fucking day long. I'll literally walk from there to there, walk in there, and look at you and go, fuck, I forgot what I was going to ask you.
Yeah. And
that's how that shopping shit is. You saw something you were interested in for a second, you're like, oh, I'll come back to this, and you just never come back to it. I'll look at something in a browser window, and I'll leave the browser window open thinking, well, I'll come back and look at this tonight. Or an email. If somebody sends me a long-winded email, but there's a couple pieces in there I think I might want to read, I'll leave it open. Or I'll print it. Man, I never get back to that shit. Finally, I'll end up with my browser will crash before I ever look at those other windows. Or I'll have so many fucking open in my taskbar, I'll go through and close them down to just the 5 I use all day. I'll have 2 Facebooks open. I'll have our Shopify shopping cart open. I'll have Pandora open, and then I'll have probably the SOE tactical gear so I can go back and check prices and shit like that on stuff. But then I'll end up with fucking 15, 20 more through the day, and I'll just go boom, 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 and close them down. And that's what that is. It just reminds you, keeps it fresh. And, oh yeah, I wanted that thing. Oh yeah, I wanted that thing. How many times have you been asked, like, anniversary, Christmas, birthday, whatever, where your woman asks you, what do you want for your birthday? Or your mom used to ask you, what do you want for your birthday? And you can't remember. There's a fucking 1,000 things you want for your birthday, but come time to get them, I don't know.
That's why it's easier if it's in front of you.
That's why I'm telling motherfuckers right now, Christmas is coming. Get your woman to get your shit together. We've had a lot of a big influx. It's already starting. Usually around Christmas is when it's the craziest. But we've had a bunch of people, and I'd say 80–90% of them are women or have women names. And it's always I ordered this for my husband, or I ordered this for, we ordered this. Who the fuck is we? I get a lot of that. But, hey, I placed an order, and I never got a confirmation email, and I'm a little concerned about it. And you go in and look. Well, no shit. That's because you fucking use an email address that is not the email address you're ordering from right now. It was a woman this morning had that conversation, and she had used Bambi something when her actual email address she was emailing me from right now didn't even have Bambi in the fucking address. And we get a lot of that shit. It amazes me that somebody can tell me the fucking time, the date, what they ordered, what color they ordered, all this information, but they can't put a fucking order number in there. You get the order number through the checkout process 3 times. You get 6 to 8 weeks. Actually, it's 8 to 12. That's another one I get a lot. Yeah, it says 6 to 8 weeks or 6 to 10 weeks. No, it says fucking 8 to 12 weeks. You can get all the fucking 90% of the details correct, but you can't bother to put that fucking order number or bother to know that. It's because they do know.
Mm-hmm.
We got some Jade from Starling Gear made us some more beads. They should be here today. We did all copper this time because those seem to go really fast, faster than the silver ones did. Who's this going to be? Who was that?
Mm-hmm. In and out.
And so we got. There's only 12 of them. I put 6 online last night, and they sold within like 3 minutes. They were fucking gone.
Those are cool, dude.
I have another. We have another Strider on the way. There are 25 pieces. It is the same color schemes as the last one, different blade. Oh, he never got back to me. I don't know what the fuck it is.
He posted it. There's a picture of it.
Where?
On the internet.
Who posted it?
It's on Facebook. I saw a picture of it already.
I posted it.
Why don't you have it?
Well, I don't know the model number. I'm the one that posted. I'm the one that posted.
I was like, I've seen a picture of it. I just don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's a little different design, smaller blade, red handle.
Makes me think of like a large Bowie knife or something. That taper.
I think it's a spear point, drop point.
Yeah.
But anyways, we'll have them in a day or two here. There's 25 of them. We're gonna put them up. It's amazing. I got dudes that are just now finding out about the SMF folders that we did that are gone. I've got 2 left, and dudes are, hey, I'd really like to buy one of those, and I just replied back, they sold for $2,500. What did? The knife. Well, why is it $2,500? Well, because 25 people bought it for $2,500.
Yeah.
Well, what makes it 25? I go, dude, I don't have time to have this conversation. I go, it's the same as a dude with a Hyundai asking a dude with a Ferrari why he bought a Ferrari, because both cars will drive you to work at the same pace. The difference is the dude with the Ferrari, he doesn't do the same work you do, and probably doesn't go to work at the frequency that you go to work. And if he does, he's doing something a little bit different. It's just like you're not going to understand this. It's just not for you. So who was outside?
It was a guy came in yesterday for a job. It was the same guy.
Where is he?
He's out there.
He's waiting.
He's waiting for you.
Is he an interesting fella?
I wouldn't exactly call him that.
Go ahead and pause this for a minute while I burn my food.
Crispy eggs. Anyway.
So we had a guy just come in who came yesterday looking for a job, apparently, and he came back. I thought, well, that's cool. He's fucking making an effort.
Yeah.
I had never met him. I walked out, and I said, hey, what do you do? He goes, what? I go, what do you do? He goes, what do you mean? I go, you're here looking for a job, right? What do you do? Well, what do you want me to do? I said, well, what do you think we do here? He said, I don't really know. I said, okay, yeah, man, I don't have a position for you. And he fucking walked out and slammed the door. We could have had a conversation that could have went very differently. He could have changed that. A lot of things could have happened. But what that says is that when something doesn't go his way, he's going to be one of them dudes that's a fucking disgruntled employee. Like, that was more of a test than anything.
He failed.
He could have been the nicest dude in the world. He could be a fucking great employee. But he obviously has a fucking issue.
If you'd asked me what I did and I couldn't think of anything, I'd have been like working my ass off.
Yeah, you could have said a lot of things.
But even that, you'd have been like, oh. Okay, well, what?
You'd have had my attention. How many guys
Yeah.
have we hired because they came in and go, I will work my ass off, work as many hours, and do anything you want me to do.
Yep.
Those are the right words.
Yeah,
we have a few of those guys working here.
Yeah.
Most of them are full of shit.
Yeah, you'll
When
at
it
least
comes time to do it, most of them don't do it.
you'll at least have our attention though.
The ones that still work here, that's because they did that.
Yep. But yeah.
Don't tell me you'll come in here, clean toilets and clean floors, and then be fucking surprised when I ask you to clean toilets and clean floors.
That's an easy job anyway.
We don't have that fucking position. I mean, sometimes it needs done,
Yeah, but we can do
but
it.
I won't ever ask a dude to do it. I
Yeah.
just expect them to fucking do it amongst themselves and get it done.
Mm-hmm. This would be good with sourdough toast. You like sourdough bread?
You know what else is good with sourdough toast?
What's that? Oh, you heard the sandwich I had at Cracker Barrel, Amanda said. The ham and bacon and egg with cheese.
Yeah, that's very good.
I thought it was good. We
Yeah.
had that when on our way back from LBO. We stopped at there, and I was telling her what I had. She was like, "I think John had that." It was
It's very good. I took the top toast off, and you got to eat it with a fork because it's pretty big.
yeah, mine fell apart. But
And I got the stuffed French toast.
didn't
Yeah,
have
so
that.
it's stuffed with a marmalade cream cheese,
Mm,
and it has strawberries and strawberry sauce over the top. That is very good as well.
sounds pretty good.
And the waitress said, "Do you taste the citrus in there?" I said, "Yep." She said, "You know what it is?" I said, "It's marmalade." She said, "Oh, you're the first person who's ever known that."
We're from California.
'Cause we're from Cal. I guess they don't have marmalade in Tennessee.
I was like, "Do we not do marmalade here?" Which, as I say that, I don't know if I've ever had marmalade. So
So, like, it's an acquired taste. As a kid, when you're opening jellies at the restaurant or whatever, and you're out of strawberry, you're out of grape, it's usually marmalade that's left, and you'll eat it because there's no other choice. But it's an orange jelly preserved with rind in it. Like it has shavings. So it's got a bitter taste to it. But as I got older and tried it again, like I liked it. Just like, you know, when you're a kid you didn't like Brussels sprouts, now you'll eat Brussels sprouts. Cut them in half, fucking olive oil, bake them. There's all kinds of shit you can do with Brussels sprouts. Balsamic vinegar on them. But the marmalade is an acquired taste. And when you start looking at, you know, higher end places that sell, you know, expensive preserves and shit like that, there's like blood orange marmalade. There's a bunch of different kinds of marmalade you can get. And it is good. It's kind of like a sweet and sour. It's got a tang to it.
I'm pretty partial to grape jelly.
Like homemade grape or like just Smucker's grape or
Anything grape jelly.
Knott's Berry Farm?
Yeah. No. Okay. So my grandmother did. She had peach trees and she made, or not peach trees, plum trees, and she made plum jelly. Holy shit, it was good. There is a big difference between made jellies or jams or whatever versus like store bought shit.
My mom and
I've had that in
Cody's
years
mom
because of that.
made a bunch of jelly. Cody's grandmother made a shitload of jelly. Both
Very
of his
good.
grandmothers.
There's such a big difference between those two. It's been
Yeah.
years since I've had homemade jelly, but I remember doing that. I would always ask my grandmother and my grandfather, be like, "Can I have some of that toast that y'all make with the jelly?" Because they would, I guess they'd save a bunch of it. Like they had
Can you
jars
cut
of
out a
it.
cookie cutter heart shape and fry an egg in the middle?
Don't forget to cut the crust off. Don't go slacking on me now.
Yeah, don't ever bring me fucking toast with crust on it.
How am I supposed to eat this?
You didn't even cut it up. Wait, I'll get my fingers all
That was me.
greasy.
You did it one time and I did it one time. You did it with actual toast and I did it with that
I made him some sandwich and
That-
took it to him.
that one time he was joking around. He's like, "I want a pizza," so I made that peanut
Yeah.
butter thing and I cut it in like a pizza. But then the next time I took it, I was getting a rush and didn't know. He goes, "What the fuck am I supposed to do with this? It's not even cut like a pizza."
And you didn't bring a fork.
There's a lot of muscadines around here growing.
Yeah.
Wild ones, just you can pull grapes.
Muscadine. I was gonna say, is this like a vine?
Yeah, it's a wild grape. I'm sure somebody will get on and tell us, you know, the
Which
history
ones are
behind it,
good?
But as far as I'm concerned, it's a grape.
Really big one.
Yeah, they usually are. You hear wine; they make a lot of wine.
Wine
and shit
out of it. I was
yeah.
gonna say, my buddy Cody's drinking muscadine wine. Just powerful beer.
Powerful beer, real stout.
It'll get you.
What else we got? I got a bunch of new shit. So I got the beads coming. The knives will be here. There's a folder behind these.
It's not the same folder.
Not the
It's
same
just-
folder. No. Different deal. There's a couple behind it actually, a couple of different, completely different animals. Our buddy Doobie, his family has a huge machine shop, and he took this G10.
Even though you can't see it in there on the video, it'll look good.
And that's
They are
on the
really
other
cool,
side.
though.
So he's got this kind of lime toxic green G10, and he did these up and drilled a hole in them. And then I said it'd be cool on carbon fiber. Well, he had already done some on carbon fiber, and it's real carbon fiber. It's not just
Yeah, it's an actual sheet.
some laminate shit. Is that dude still here or what?
Dude,
Is there a problem?
I know lighters.
Okay. And we're not sure what we're going to do with them. We're going to put them on some of the higher end bags, some of the SOE Black Label stuff probably. You buy your chick a nice handbag, it usually comes with a branded deal with a little keychain on it, and that's probably what that'll be. We'll probably make some smaller ones to use as zipper pulls and shit like that. But it's just cool branding shit that you can carry around and put on your keychain or whatever.
I like it.
They're very cool. Pretty cool.
Just the actual machine that goes involved in just making all that kind of stuff is what's
You
cool.
saw him do it, huh?
Yeah, I had seen him make some stuff at the factory the day I went, and then he had sent me videos of him doing that, and like watching I guess it was a CAD program that he had. Like it starts off as like this weird little angled thing, but he's seen him enough, like he knows it's gonna come out how he wants it. But like those machines are cool. They're very, very neat.
That machine's 10 times bigger than that refrigerator, probably.
It's as wide as this room.
Big as this room.
Yeah, it's as wide as this room and about halfway as big. Like you set your stuff up on it, and you have to walk away from it and pull the shield, and then he sits over at a computer and programs it and runs the deal. Which is, I mean, it's neat. It's not hands-on. It's just time-consuming. Because I'm gonna say it would take 100 times longer to do if done that by hand. You know what I mean? Like that's the crazy thing. They really do cut out a lot of work that way. And the amount of printing and all the carving and stuff they do and all that metal that they have, man, I'm sure they have to have it.
Well, to give you an idea, he said they have 2 tractor trailers pull in for their scrap.
Just scrap.
Just their scrap and recyclables. They take out 2 full tractor trailer loads a day. So I'd say they're building a fucking
It's a lot.
ton of shit.
Yeah, when we went, and there was like it looked like a sheet of metal rolled up like a roll-up, but it was, from me to you, it's wide, and I was like, it's like, how heavy is this? And he said, I don't know, it's labeled on the side, and it said this number, and I was like, he's like, yeah, 23,000 pounds. I was like, huh? And I was like, how do you move it? And he's like, well, and there's like they have forklifts there that are the most enormous forklifts I've ever seen. He's like, it picks it up and we'll spool out however much we need, or they have machines that basically you load it onto a wheel, and as the machine goes, it's pumping that sheet of metal under one of the dies it's pressing, and it presses it out and cuts all the scrap and separates the part that they needed as it goes, which is really neat. And there's a robot arm that goes in and grabs the finished one.
That's fucking neat.
It's when you see it, it's pretty crazy. That's what Cody asked me. He said, "Well, how much do you think your new ones weigh?" And he goes, "I don't know, maybe like 40 tons."
80,000 pounds.
Yeah, I was like, "Whoa."
Yeah, that's a lot. I'd like to have a robot arm. All I have is I got a house elf.
Not even a very good one.
We need one of the.
Yeah, it doesn't even magic or anything.
You need a robot like Tony Stark. That'll just go around and CO2
Spray you
hose
with
people.
a-
They go up and freeze people's arms. Like, oh,
One more time.
freezer burn.
Alright. Let's turn this shit off and get shit sleep.